All right, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Welcome to Focus on Liberia. This is Focus on Liberia. Of course, I'm Anthony here, excited about this brand new edition of our program here at Focus on Liberia. Is D Curtis Live. Many of you might have heard about Saturday Night Live. This is D Curtis Live, where you will be laughing your stomach out on some political issues in this edition of D. Curtis Live. Mr. Curtis will be playing Elizana Benande Cummings. This is actually a political comedy. That is comedy, so to speak. My partner Dennis Jai will be explaining in details to introduce this brand new program here at Focus on Liberia. And of course, in studio is the man D. Curtis. That is Darlington Curtis. This brother is gifted. He has talents, and one of those talents is for him to make you laugh. His ability to make us laugh. And at this time, I want to welcome my partner Dennis Jai. Dennis, the debut of D. Curtis Live. I'm excited about this show. Let's get it started.
Excitement is an understatement. We want to welcome all our viewers from across the globe, and we have in studio the chairman of the collaborating political parties, Mr. Alexander Cummings. He's also the political leader of the ANC. What do we wish to accomplish with this show, Mr. CA, if somebody may ask? I would say there is too much polarization in our Liberian politics today that we are no longer listening to one another, especially those with different views. Okay, we are too tense as if we are enemies. I mean, if we have differences in our political view, that does not make us enemy. But sadly, relationships are breaking because of political disagreement. That's sad. The goal here is we need to poke fun at ourselves, laugh a little bit, and reduce the tension. There's too much tension. We are one people, we always continue to say here. And when we put humor in this, if we don't put some humor in this, we may end up killing each other. So let me read something here about what laughter can do, right? Just to
Yes.
put this in context, because this is comedy. Don't take it too serious. We are mad at each other for no reason. We are allowing politicians to knock our heads together, and we are tense. You can even wish me happy birthday if I'm not from your political or viewpoint. But we're going to put fun at this thing, laugh a little bit so as to reduce the tension. And this is what laughter can do. Study shows that laughter is a strong medicine. It draws people together in a way or in ways that trigger healthy physical and emotional changes in the body. Laughter strengthens our immune system, it boosts our mood, diminishes pain, and protects you from the damaging effect of stress. Nothing works faster and more dependably to bring your mind and body back into balance than a good laugh. Humor lightens your burdens. It inspires hope, connects you to others, and keeps you grounded, focused, and alert. It also helps you release anger and forgive sooner. With that said, we want to welcome Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings to focus on Liberia. Mr. Cummings, we've been trying so hard to get you. We are so thrilled that you are able to be here tonight. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Dennis. It is an honor to be on your platform, and I'm sorry I didn't have the opportunity to do it sooner. I am all about running after my people's business, and I got to make sure that our Liberian people are taken care of. It's been long overdue, but it's a pleasure to be on the platform tonight. And I will appreciate your co-host not calling me D. Curtis. Let him get his facts correct, because I am Alexandra Cummings.
Mr. Cummings, I apologize. Please accept my apology. I don't know what I was thinking, but it seems to be you resemble somebody that I know. I apologize. But Mr. Cummings, before we get started, we were playing a music or the music we played earlier. That was your campaign song in 2017, and according to that song, it's Alexander Cummings that bomb. Are you a bomb? What kind of bomb you are, sir?
I am a mass destruction bomb. I am a bomb that come to bomb everything within the nation that is not serving the Liberian people well. I am a mass destruction bomb, worse than the access bomb, and I'm here to bomb every poverty, bad economy, any kind of thing you think about that my country does not deserve. That's why I'm here to bomb. So yes, I am bomb.
Wow, wow. So have you started bombing some things already? Because they also call you in the song, they say you talk and do. So have you started bombing some things already?
Exactly. There's a lot of things. If you've been listening to the song and looking at the images in that song, you will see a lot of things that I've been bombing, from my charity to the schools that I've opened, and the promises that I made to my local citizens and my fellow Liberians, brothers and sisters. I bomb everything.
Wow. Dennis?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, we are in an exclusive interview with the chairman of the collaborating political party CPP, Mr. Alexander Cummings, who is also the political leader of the ANC. Let's get started here. And our very first question, Mr. Cummings, what do you think of gay and lesbian marriage?
You see, that is a lifestyle that I struggle with. And I got to be true with the Liberian people on that. It's a lifestyle that I struggle with.
Mr. Cummings, you think you answered that question correctly?
Well, I may not have chosen the right political words to answer the question, but I must be true to myself. And that is something I think the Liberian people should appreciate, because you need a leader that can speak truthfully to the nation, regardless of the issue that he is speaking about. So I am not going to change my answer based off of the condition or the situation that I'm in. I got to be true to myself, and I think the Liberian people appreciate that.
All right, Mr. Cummings, thanks for that answer. But I have to ask this question. Liberians have been talking a lot, and some of the things that they've said is that they don't want a gay president. I don't know. What do you have to say about this?
Well, if I said to those people that are saying, those foolishness, if I wasn't married, they should send me their wives and their girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And when I'm done with them, I doubt it if they will return back to them. That's excuse my language, that's bullshit. You can't look at somebody like me. It's just bullshit. When I finish killing your girlfriend and your wife dog, as the Liberian people would say in the Liberian tongue, I'll kill that dog. They and their wife will be crying, and they will regret the fact that they even say those things that they say. So to those out there, my number is here. My home is ready. Bring your wife, bring your girlfriend. And matter of fact, if your daughter is of age, bring her too. And when I'm done, we'll see who is the gay.
Mr. Cummings, you are on national television. You're talking about killing dogs.
Well, like I stated earlier, I have to be honest. The Liberian people must hear the truth. And I'm not here to sugarcoat thing or be politically correct about situation. You never had an issue with people saying I'm a gay on national TV. Why you have an issue with me killing a dog, killing a wife dog and a children dog on national TV? That shouldn't be an issue.
Mr. Cummings, this question has been lingering around. There are some people that have been saying, oh, I don't know, Mr. Cummings is a gay. They don't want a gay president. And Mr. Cummings, this is how you answer the question. So the people door you were gay. Why, if that your partisan, will you still kill their door?
Look, if my fellow partisan is saying that I am a gay and they have a wife or they have a daughter of age or a girlfriend, I will make example of all of them. You know, my character is on the line. So if I have to swing and just keep swinging everybody, I will swing anybody that think I am whatever that bullshit they say I am.
Mr. Cummings, you are on national TV. I know this might be a little personal because you continue to say you're not, but people are saying it. So I would think you will take your time to explain to them. But you're talking about killing door and all.
There's no time to be taking about this thing. If the concern is being on national TV, then let's take the national and put it in front of the TV and take the TV and put it beyond the national. So I am on TV national right now. I think that would minimize the expectation of what I am saying, because you have never been called a gay before. Do you know what it means, even though I struggle? So I will prove to them, anybody that wears skirt or get blast or wear brassiere, let them come. I will prove to them.
The way other in Atlanta, but let's move on. Let's make progress here, Mr. Cummings. Since July 26th, we have not met before, and it's been long. Especially the time we wanted you was around July 26th. So we'll say Happy Independence Day.
Actually, I am embarrassed to say Happy Independence because we are not independent. Okay, there is nothing happy about the independent. You know, the last day, my friend Yeke Koluba and we went to the South. You should have seen those bad roads. What is happy about a bad road that the Liberian people are traveling and riding on for us to say Happy Independent? You know, we are not independent, and we can't continue to say Happy Independent when we still depend on the West for everything. Every now and then we are calling on the international community. So what is happy about the independent? Nothing is happy.
And Mr. Cummings, many people have not been satisfied with your answer when it comes to the war crime code thing. And so, sir, let me give you yet another opportunity. Where do you stand on the war crime code thing? Do you want us to have a war crime code?
Dennis, you have to understand that the economy is more important than war crime code. The economy is more important than war crime code. When people have something to eat and everybody have job, nobody will worry about war crime code. When people have job, Emmanuel Save will not fly with a Canadian passport to come to Liberia and organize war crime code protests. You remember the massive flocking where they flocking? And you saw that flocking?
But Mr. Cummings, that was not a good thing.
What do you mean? It's basically the war crime code does not give anybody chopping. You know what is actually important right now is the economy of the nation. If everybody eating, everybody go for, nobody will get vest. Because look at how they flock that child. Look at how they flock him. You know? And
so,
when we continue.
Mr. Cummings, are you saying you enjoy the flocking?
Well, my man, the flocking that they gave that picking for that war crime code protest, they flock in the Liberian terms, they flock him just a market dog. They flock him like a market dog to the extent that the market rat that were in that song, how they beat him, the market rat decided to be a church rat. You know, if you in the market, you get a chance to eat bread, fish, and all the things on the ground. When the rats decide to run away and move into the church where they only get old Bible people and then to eat, then you might know that flocking was a very good flocking at the flock that Imari Savage bought.
So you don't feel sorry for your own man, Imari Savage, sir?
That's why I'm telling you, Emmanuel Savage need to reprioritize what he's fighting for. Instead of fighting for war crime code, It should be fighting for the economic of the country. Because when the economy of the country is doing good, everybody eating, everybody going for it. Nobody will complain about war crime food.
Mr. Cummings, you always talk about eating. You know, you are on record for saying, leader eat last. Like the chopping business too, huh?
Well, Dennis, I must say, I read a book. I read the book Leader Eat Last when I was in grad school. In this case, eating is not about stealing, even though there is some amount of stealing that occurs. But it's pretty much getting paid for the job that you do. And even with leader eating last, if the small people now are leading, they eat the small chopping first. When it get to my own chopping last, nobody will complain because they already finished eating their own small chopping and first. So when I say leader eat last, is to make sure that the small people now eat their own chopping, and then what other big chopping I leave there for me to eat, you know, is just me getting my pay. It's not called stealing.
So, Mr. Cummings, but you're very smart. So you want a small picking them should chop fire. Then when it's sleeping now, then you get when the big one comes, then you chop. Is that why you're talking?
That is the reason why the current administration is having trouble. The small picking they're not eating, and the big people eating. But when you eat last, as the leader, the small picking they will not talk because they already know they're not finished eating. They want to eat it. So as a good leader, you sit back, you get the picking a small thing for them to eat. When all of them finish eating, the stomach and get it big around here, they can say, "Oh, I only my one growing God." Because I just want eating, it will be eating. My own eating is a hell of a eating.
Mr. Cummings, are you in this thing for chopping or it look like you were born here, go by job market?
Bullshit. That thing talking, that thing nonsense. I see you let me. Like I don't want you to be born here, go by job market. Change the subject and go to the next question. I think I'm bullshit.
But so they go by chop market, you will not go there to shopping because they chopping business in your mouth too much. The whole economy you making it to look at that chopping business.
But the economy, if the economy is not doing well, how you will chop? If the people are not chopping, why you think everybody just mad? You got to chop.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, this is an exclusive interview with the head of the CPP, Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings.
And Mr. he Cummings is also the political leader of the Alternative National Congress, that is the ANC, and we are in an exclusive with him here. Mr. Cummings, let me ask you this question. There are some people, I don't know why, who feel somehow that you are this pushover. Are you a pushover, Mr. Cummings? Mr. Cummings, are you a pushover?
Yo, wait. I don't know why they always be talking in nonsense. I am not a pushover. Okay? Have you seen my success? I would have never acquired the amount of success that I have acquired in my life if I was a pushover. I am not a pushover. Just because I am not yelling and screaming does not mean I am not a strong man. We can't continue to do the same thing and be expecting different results. Why has yelling and screaming gotten us?
But Mr. Cummings, you are yelling and screaming now.
No, I am not yelling. I'm not screaming. Don't tell me that. How you will tell me I'm a pushover? And how the people there, you got to be yelling and screaming here first before they can think that you somebody calling me pushover. Look at my success. Look at my record. I am not a pushover.
Mr. Cummings, what they are saying is Ure and others are having their way in the CPP.
Well, Ure and them can seems like they're having a way. I have a strategy and I have a plan. We can't continue to do the same thing and be expecting different results. Where has yelling and screaming gotten us since we've been yelling and screaming? You might not ask me that pushover question again.
So but
Because
Mr. Cummings, you said something that I agree with, that we can be doing the same thing over and over and expect different result. But Yaka Koluba, it can be causing some bad cause. The man can be yelling. And you're talking about, you don't like yelling, but the other day you went with Yaka Koluba all the way to the southeast. Are you not doing the same thing over and over, expecting different result, Mr. Cummings?
Listen, Anthony, listen. Yeke Koluba has a style, and that is a style. That is Yeke Koluba style. Okay? Just now you said I was a pushover because of my style. Now Yeke Koluba have an amazing style, and you people are referring to him as a president causing machine. It's the man's style. What do you like? What do you like? People y'all want? If the person is cool and calculated and calm like me, you'll say they push over. When the person harsh and yelling and somebody that Yaka Korba, you'll say the man is a presidential causing machine. What exactly y'all want? So no, I'm not doing the same thing and expecting different results.
So the people that can be yelling, Elola, you get problem with them, Mr. Cummings?
They have problem with me. They are the ones saying I'm a pushover simply because I am not yelling with them and trying to commit a disruptive environmentation.
But Mr. Cummings, how you gonna do it now? The people that are yelling, sometimes some of them go live, they get a lot of people watching. The people that can be cussing and all, they get a lot of people. But maybe you have to do that too, don't you think so?
No, that does not make them an amazing leader. I will not yell for nothing. I will not change my approach for nothing. But that does not mean I am a pushover. I am an ex-CEO for Coca-Cola, for God's sake. I know what it means to lead people. And yelling is not what it means to lead people.
So, Mr. Cummings, there is other issue people have problem with you. They said you allow yourself to be carried in a hammer, just like Todman time. The Todman Pape, it seems to be that way Pape, eh? So they carry you in a hammer and you are relaxing.
Well,
So,
I have to do it to experience it. It's just like the Liberian people spreading the lapa for you to walk on it, except for the fact that I was not walking. I was laying in the air and they were carrying me in the air. So I had to experience it. The Liberian people can't spread the lapa for you and you refuse to walk on the lapa. You just cannot do that. So comparing me to Tobot, I have to do it to experience it. And, I may have been walking on the air or laying under the air, but
but
I have to do it.
Mr. Cummings, you and Todman, actually, you and Todman from the same county, Maryland. Is that the Maryland politician kind of thing they got to carry them in a hammer to show that, yeah, they're in control?
Todman is behind us. He did what he did. The Liberian people did what they. Huh?
Todman.
Yeah. What did I say?
Open Todman, go ahead.
Yeah, he's behind us. He done what he's done. The Liberian people did what they did for him. Like you got to take into consideration that I've been walking for long distance. I've been walking. It's somewhat hot.
That's the problem they have with you. They say you're out of touch because if you knew what carrying people in hammer meant for the country people, you will not allow yourself in the 21st century to be riding on somebody's head.
Well, it's the matter of honoring the people wish, the people command. Just like the lapa, when you graduated from school and your mom took her lapa, her expensive lapa that she so colorful for the rest of the year when she was sending you to school and spray it on the ground, you walk on it. Is her desire to put the lapa down. So you don't expect me to tell the Liberian people to put me down when the Liberian people want to carry me. So I had to do it to experience it.
All right, Mr. Cummings, let's come to the presidential run. I know you still running, but there are some people that are saying you should go number 2, VP to Omembwaka. Is that something you're willing to do?
I am in this thing to win it. I am in it to win it. I can only make great impact as a president. I can only make great impact as a president. No one joins a contest to be number 2. Okay, even though number 2 is better than number 3 and number 4 and number 5 and number nothing, but if I cannot be president, then you decide. It's like me telling you that I want a Nimba girl with big butt, and then you decide to give me a Chinese girl with a flat butt or a Korean girl with flat butt. I cannot do a lot with a flat butt person. I need a Nimba girl as a big butt. I hope you understand that.
I understand that. So, Mr. Cummings, does it mean like women with big butt?
Then you now understand what I just said.
Yeah,
you know,
maybe understand, Mr. Cummings, because I thought you were just describing something or giving an example.
Well, the bigger the role, the bigger the responsibility, the bigger the impact I can play on that. So whether that big butt or like the presidency, I have a bigger impact that I can play on that for the Liberian people.
Are you saying that when you kick door on the big butt, then you make a greater impact?
And very good too. Especially for those ones that say I'm a gay, they can bring the big butt women, especially they will experience the greater impact. They will not return back to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Cortez Live here, Focus on Liberia. We are having a great time here, and this is a comedy show called The Cortez Live, right here at Focus on Liberia. I'm Anthony here with my partner Dennis Jah, and Dave Cortez is the man who is making all of us live here. Dennis, let's get going.
Mr. Cummings, let's talk about Nimba County and your son, Ta Wongwe. Many people call him your son. He left the ANC to run as independent. And before we even get to the election result, how do you feel about that?
Well, the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. When Ta don't get his way, Ta will run away again. So how about I just say we call him Ta the running man? He's just running. When he don't have his way, he will run. So call him Ta the running man.
Oh, this is your son, and you said we should call him Ta the running man, and where he running?
I don't know where he running to. I don't know where he running to. The country is very small. He can't be like George Weah, where they're trying to track down in his own country. They can't find him. They obviously will end up tracking him down sooner or later. Well, he can run to the next place, but if he don't have a way, he will run back to the other place. So call him Ta the running man.
So you want for the Nipa people to track him in Nima?
If even the Bible says when you might avoid jogging, because a wicked man can be running without anybody chasing him. So he running from one party to another party with nobody chasing him. Why people can get and not chasing him then?
But Mr. Cummings, now the election came and the CPP lost. If we are to combine Ta Wongwe result and either Gonglo result, both of them from the CPP, maybe the CPP are going to win. So let's talk about your leadership. It's under your leadership that all this thing happened and Ta running away.
Well, the Ta, or whether it's under my leadership or not, you cannot compel people to stay when they want to go. You know, Liberia is a Christian nation. You have to allow the child to go, just like the prodigal son. He wants to go. He thinks that things are better on the other side, or the grass are greener on the other side. Let him go. You know, if he decides to come back, he'll come back. Yes, we may have been impacted with the election result, but I believe it's all part of the doing of God.
All right, thank you, Mr. Cummings. Mona Fawad is one of your known strong supporter. You know, her like any other politically active person, you know, been talking and she's been talking, and she said two things that brought a little bit of noise. One is her comment about the Bassa people, how they sold their land for small fish. Did you advise her to say that, or what you make of that statement?
The only problem I have with Muna is that girl led small fish business. She led small fish business. She left small fish business so far, like you stated, she even went to Mayflower with the Bassa people for selling the land for small fish. That whole damn business. That whole damn business. If the people sell small fish, the land for small fish, in history, the African people, they traded the whole continent to the west for salt. So if the Bassa people want to sell the land for small fish business, that's her damn business. You need to mind her business.
And then she got in trouble also with this Mandingo thing with Sekou Kalasco, and there was a letter from your party distancing Ipsef from Munan Cummings at the time. She was not punished. So there are some people that are saying, you see, this is the thing we've been saying. Mr. Cummings is not showing leadership. We know our past. Yes, Munan talking about Mandingo people. You think those people have a point that you don't take decision when you're supposed to take decision politically?
So what you expect me to do? Lay Muna down and give her lashes? You expect me to lay Muna on the ground and give her 55 lashes and 10,000 lashes? She is expressing her freedom of words. In the Constitution, provisions are made for freedom of expression. As a leader, if I start suppressing people within my party for expressing themselves, that definitely means I will end up being a dictator. So it's not that I am not being a leader. When what she is,
because the same earlier you were talking about girl. You said that people will bring their girlfriend, they will bring their wife. Now here you, Muna is close to you. She's a fine girl, and you're not punishing her.
Well, maybe Muna get people.
So what do you do to be a woman, Sir Cummings?
Anthony, you need to stay out of my bedroom.
Mr. Cummings, I'm just asking you a question. I'm a journalist.
At this moment, I think I would prefer you stay out of my bedroom. I don't ask you what you do with other people, and you need to stay out of my bedroom.
But you were the same person who said people should bring their wife, their girlfriend, their
grandma. To the people that say I am gay, I told them to bring their wife and their children and their girlfriend, and if they have daughters of age, they should bring them. Not for me to come and tell you what I do inside the bedroom. That is none of your business.
But you told us that you are gonna you a gay dog. So why you can't?
Well, if you decide to call me gay and you're gonna bring your wife for me to prove, then you can stand on the wall like a fly on the wall so you can see what I would do in the bedroom. You ready to bring your girlfriend?
Mr. Cummings, the way you're talking about it, dog kidding thing, I ain't gonna do it.
Okay, very good. I got to prove to you people that I'm not a pushover, and by any means necessary.
Mr. Cummings, we also got information that Presidential Affairs Minister Nathaniel McGill, he wanted to debate you. When do we expect to have that debate, Mr. Cummings?
Foolishness. That child does not know his role. That child he does not know what position he occupies. I should stoop down to his level and debate him. Tell him to go bring George Weah so I can debate George Weah. That George Weah I want to debate, not McGill. He's beneath me. That's not the type of people I want to debate.
Mr. Cummings, you sure you can debate President Weah? Because maybe on the debate stage, the man might be thinking wokey. What will you respond? Or the man can be talking about liar, thinking liar man. You think you can debate
if you see wokey, I sing liar man. Hey, own song, I will do the remix to the song.
No, you can't do that, Mr. Cummings. That the man's song. You got to find your own thing to do. That the man's song.
It is allowable in the society or in the entertainment industry for you to do a remix to songs, and most remix are even better than the original. So if we are debating on subject matter, important matters, and he decides to start singing, I will let him know that God knows, you are a liar man, foolish man, wicked man, dirty man, ugly man, useless man.
What? Then,
Yes.
Mr.
Mr. Cummings,
Cummings, the Secret Service might come for you.
If the Secret Seven know how to come for people, they need to come for him right now for singing and not doing what he need to be doing.
But Mr. Cummings, we can keep doing the same thing and expect different results. The president's singing now, you're singing too.
Well, if singing appeals to the Liberian people, occasionally I would sing. You know, it's the same thing. It's pretty much you saying we can't be doing the same thing and expecting different results. I am speaking, the president is singing consistently. So if I decide to sing a little bit, I'm not doing the same thing. I'm just singing a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be part of the interview, the discussion, please call the number on your screen. It's right there. Please call the number and join the discussion. It's right there on your screen. It's 6050 code. We are in an exclusive interview with the head of the CPP and political leader of ANC, Mr. Alexander B. Cummings.
Certainly, you can call and ask Mr. Alexander Bernard Cummings a question, and he will be more than glad to answer that question. So, Mr. Cummings, let me ask you this question.
And we have some comments to read.
All right, yeah, there are some people that say that your partisan members of your party, they say they are too arrogant. They don't humble themselves. Is that true? And did you tell them to behave that way? What is going on?
The Liberian people are yet to understand the difference between confidence and arrogance.
Okay.
When you are confident in your decision making or your execution, it is easily interpreted as arrogance. So no, my people are educated, my people are trained, my people are equipped to handle the issues that the country faces today. And when they come out and tell people about how they're going to approach the issues, then people tend to see them as people that are arrogant. But no, they're not arrogant. Instead, they are people with confidence.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Dennis, let's read some comments. And folks in cyberspace, it is about time for you to place your calls. We will take them and you can ask Mr. Alexander Bernard Cummings a question that you may have. Dennis, let's get some comments. Dennis, we can't hear you. You are on mute. So start over, please.
Mr. Cummings, there's a question from Garman Wilson. Mr. Cummings, what do you say about you becoming finance minister after 2023?
You see, these people are not listening. I came into this to win it. I am not interested in being finance minister. I am here to be the president of the Republic of Liberia. No position will I ascribe to than that of the presidency. So I'm aiming higher, and I am focused, and I am determined to achieve that goal. So that thing, financial, whoever, that is not what I'm interested in.
Mo Momba said, Mr. Cummings, are you afraid of the women in your party?
Why would I be afraid of the women in my party when all the women in my party like me and love me? They work well for me, you know. So that question is baseless.
Jackie Saya said, please explain what happened in Grand Jide when you and Yeke Koluba visited.
The people wanted to flog us. They wanted to flog us. You know, they start chunking. You know, if it had not been for the little taekwondo that I learned when I was working as at the Coca-Cola factory here, they're gonna beat me. Like they took one of the rack, they chunked the rack. But I remember one of the skills that I acquired when I was working as a junior Coca-Cola stacker. At the time when I first started, the Coca-Cola bottle was falling down. It was about to hit my head. And I swiftly moved my head. And the Coca-Cola bottle fell on the ground and burst. So those skills that I acquired from, you know, the factory, the Coca-Cola factory, was what I used that day in Grand Jide when those people were chunking the rock.
So Mr. Cummings, some time ago, we saw a press conference in which you try to give recommendation to the government. You gave those recommendations on that day during that press conference. And later on, the presidential press secretary that time was one Sam Manning. And he said you should go sell Coca-Cola. And then at the time, Mange challenged you to the debate. He also said, let the American let our governor. He think that Coca-Cola here, the American just sit in office. He don't know what going down the assembly line. So the people are saying that the only thing you know is to sell Coca-Cola. Is that true?
Well, what they're failing to realize is that the success that I've acquired throughout my career is that I had to make important decisions. As a junior employee, I worked my way all the way to the top of the organization. As a CEO of the organization, I had to make important decisions that governs the organization. Ask them, what is the one position that they have held in their life other than this opportunity that George Weah just gave them? Huh? I've worked for Coca-Cola. Selling Coca-Cola is not the only thing I've done in my career. I make decision on advertising. I balance budgets. I make sure that the company profits based off of my decision. I make sure that the company makes enough money to take care of my employees and my shareholders. And I did that successfully. But you that have not had a structured resume for us to look at, you want to tell me that I cannot be a president or a leader of a nation? Leadership starts in bits and parcels. If you are in the position that you're in right now without experience, and you claim that you are doing well right now, can you imagine what I would do with my experience that I've acquired from Coca-Cola?
Here's a question here for you, Mr. Cummings, from Marie Pade. He said, have you been promised by President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to go join CDC so she cannot go to war crimes court?
Nonsense. That question is bullshit. Wow. I did not make no promises. I make no promises with nobody. And you see, this is the problem with the Liberian people. When they don't have anything on you, they make up stuff. I owe nobody money. I earn all my earnings legitimately. Oh God, yes. I have no ties to any warlord or any supporters of war. They don't have anything on me, and because of that, they are making up all kinds of claims to temper my reputation.
Mr. Cummings?
Born to Win is asking, Mr. Cummings, what are your plans for 2023 election victory?
After I've won the election in 2023, my plan is to start working on the economy. As I stated earlier, once the economy is good, consider Liberia as a power or economic power, right? Or sweet, juicy economic power.
You see, right now, Mr. Cummings, Mr. Cummings, what you call power? Liberian people don't know power. Just say bowl of rice.
Okay, bowl of rice.
You see, that's why the people get problem with you. You can't talk for the people to understand the thing.
But they have meat pie in Liberia, so if anything, they can still compare it to meat pie.
Okay.
Okay. But I will go down to bowl of rice because rice is what we eat. Consider Liberia as a bowl, Liberia economy as a bowl of rice. The bowl of rice is very small right now. So a lot of people are not eating. And what we need to do is to make that bowl of rice turn into a pot of rice, from a pot of rice into a top of rice, from a top of rice into a swimming pool of rice.
Or container.
Oh, container of rice. No, I try to stay away from container because container will get missing in Liberia a lot.
Oh, my man, then you can take the container, right?
No, I don't want to take the container. The last container that got missing up to now, we're still looking for it. I don't want to get involved with any container going missing. So let's say a swimming pool of rice. So if the rice bowl is big for everybody to eat, the country will be better. And that's what I am looking to do after my victory in 2020.
Mr. Cummings,
2023, I mean, sorry.
Here you go with this eating again. In Liberia, there's too much eating. And you told, oh, you can be doing the same thing and you're expecting different result.
I told you, Dennis, I told you that as long as you eat last, and all the other people didn't eat, all the small people didn't eat, no matter how big is your eating, so long you eat last, the people will not complain. All the small people should eat a small chopping, and then when you chop, the people will not complain.
All right, Dennis, we have a question here for Mr. Alexander Belande Cummings from Steve Bolle. Steve Bolle is asking, why did you join the CPP if you have such a clean record? Do you think you could be labeled as aiding and abetting, Mr. Cummings?
No, I am not aiding and abetting anything. The same questions that are coming from Steve Boy, that useless boy.
Oh, Mr.
That can be that useless boy. I know that boy. I know that child. He's very useless. Every time he come on platform, he talks about Liberian women are the best women in Liberia. Yes, he's a useless child.
Are you jealous because all of you want to eat in the same pot to grow the pot?
That child is a small child. I cannot be jealous of him. He's a light-skinned boy. Light-skinned boys, you can't trust them. But as a leader, you got to be able to work with other people. Okay? And the strategy at the time, we needed to defeat CDC. And doing it as an independent party was unrealistic. So I had to make a swift decision to join the CPP for us to collaborate forces. As you can see from the by-election right now, is as a result of those swift decisions that we made. So working with the CPP is not aiding anything. It's me showing my ability to cooperate and work with other people in unison.
Let me read the last comment here from Marie. He said, Mr. Cummings, are you going to be able to audit WIA after his term?
Most definitely.
I want to add, will you not be tracking him down? He said he didn't do it.
That's part of auditing somebody means tracking them down. Because when you audit, you are going to find something that worth tracking somebody down for. So I am definitely going to be auditing WIA. If I audit WIA, there is nothing there to track him down off, then he can stay. But if I audit him and we find things that he needs to be tracked down for, he's going to be tracked down. And while I'm auditing WIA, if I see another reason to audit Ellen and track her down to WIA and Ellen, I will track them down. If I need to track Braca down too, I will track Braca down. I will audit everybody until I can track to the least person that I'm able to track down. So WIA must get ready to call Ellen and call Braca so they can release the next track me down song. So they can do it together.
So Mr. Cummings, President WIA is making a lot of songs, and some people are liking him for that, whereas some people are not liking him. Are we going to see a song from you too, or you will wait until you become president?
I think I must wait when I become president, because what I've observed with the Liberian people, when you are president, you release a track, it go viral. And with my financial experience that I have, that could be my part-time chopping. As you say, I love chopping.
Oh.
So the music can be my part-time chopping. I will open my own set, unlike WIA, I will open my own set YouTube channel. I'll open my what's this thing called? My Amazon account for the people to buy the song instead of just dropping the song and the song going viral and I'm not getting paid. So yes, when I become president.
Mr. Cummings, there's a Freetown saying that goes like this. uh get don't want, and one don't
Want
get.
to not get.
Mhm.
Yes.
So I'm
I
glad you
had,
know, because you get less of return experience.
yes.
Are you in that category? You want a thing, you can't get it. The people that I want it, they get it. So are you jealous?
I am not jealous. I am determined. I am patient. My eyeball is on the price. And
Hmm.
that is the reason why I am not going to be a vice president to nobody.
Oh,
Hmm. Now
So
here's the question. In case the CPP primary didn't qualify you to be a candidate, what will be your next decision? This is coming from Anthony Ginian. And that will be our
uh,
last comment.
Anthony, I do not discuss hypothetical. That is a hypothetical question. With everything that I am engaged in and that I am doing, I do not see the possibility of them not selecting me. I must be the president of the Republic of Liberia.
That's
so
emphatic, Mr. Cummings.
Mr. Cummings, let me ask this question. You have been on record of accusing the CDC, the we are government, for corruption. And my job here is to ask you whether you have evidence. You said it many times.
For the fact that you took over a government and did not audit
Mhm.
means there is some atom of corruption, evidence or no evidence. For the fact that we are hearing about continual being missing and we don't know where the money goes, there is some atom of corruption. And so that's my position.
Thank you, Mr. Cummings. We are almost out of time and we'll be drawing down the curtains shortly. But let me still go back to Anthony if you have any last question before we ask for your closing comments.
Yeah, I have plenty of questions. Dennis, Mr. Cummings, you are on record for saying that most of the people appointed in this government are not qualified. So tell me, should you be given that blessing to be president? How will your cabinet look? Who are the kind of people we're going to see in your government? Are we going to see Emre Nico, Yasini? Are we going to see Munamfaha? I mean, that's what sort of ANC people will see, because their Palestinian thing is strong, my man.
Yes, you're seeing that girl. Definitely, you see that girl. That girl is a very beautiful girl.
Oh, so that
Yes.
her qualification being beautiful?
No. She's a smart girl, but she's very beautiful. So you will see. You need to have beautiful people around you. It makes your cabinet beautiful.
Okay, Mr. Cummings, we have a caller on the line.
Okay.
Let me call out your name and where you're calling from. Welcome to Focus on Liberia. This is an exclusive interview with Mr. Cummings.
Thank you, Dennis. This is Patrick Soa.
Patrick, welcome.
Thank you. I just called to give my support to Mr. Cummings that he's a good candidate, and just from what he's saying tonight, we will go to Liberia and run a bullshit campaign. I'm going to support him. All those bullshits in Liberia, we will go there and make sure that those bullshit will vote for us. And all those bullshit, we will bring them to our side by force. Mr. Cummings, you got my support. And those nonsense they're making over there, they will have to submit to us immediately. Other than that, all the bullshit will be laid to rest. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Soa.
Thank you, Mr. Sawyer. That is a bullshit color. That color, that color full of bullshit. And that's the type of bullshit people I want.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cummings. We are very grateful that you honor our invitation. We want to say any last thing you want to say before we draw down the curtains, because in our subsequent interview, we're going to be interviewing also a member of the CPP, Mr. Boakai. And after Mr. Boakai, we'll also be interviewing President Weah. anything you want to say, the first thing before we even come to your conclusion, anything you want to say to the next group that we're going to be bringing on the next our next guest?
Well, be honest to the Liberian people. I want to thank the Liberian people for taking the time to listen to me tonight. I want you to go as far beyond just listening to me tonight. Type D.Curtis Comedy on YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me. And go on D.Curtis Comedy and like that page on Facebook and enjoy yourself some good laugh. So yes, the Liberian people, y'all need to listen to what we have to say. Okay, listen to what we have to say. Listen to what we have to say. I can't say that enough.
Thank you. So, Mr. CA, we're going to enter our final segment. And those of you who are on phone, you've listened to the debut of D. Curtis live. And tonight we're playing Mr. Alexander Cummings. Please give us your comments. How we're doing here. And as we said from the beginning, the purpose of this is to make ourselves laugh more. Politics is just too tense. Mr. CA.
And Dennis, thank you so much. I hope the audience enjoyed this comedy. It is something that we have decided to do and that we'll continue to do. We are so grateful to D. Curtis for making himself available to come here. You're listening to D. Curtis, go and subscribe to your YouTube channel on D. Curtis and laugh. There's too much tension in the Liberian community because of the politics. We believe that the more we find time to laugh about these things and laugh at ourselves, laugh at our political leaders, the better it will be for us because it will reduce the tension in the community. And I think it's a good thing to do. So we want you to be able to support that just by coming here, asking questions, making comment. That will help. But Mr. Cummings, we have to let you go. But it seems to be that Darrell Dillon Peking trying to see the whole show from you, my man.
Right. We're trying to get to D. Curtis now. Mr. Cummings, he left.
Yeah, Mr. Cummings not here anymore. This right now is D. Curtis. Ladies and gentlemen, we as Liberian, we're still in a space where we are not able to see political comedy for what it is without taking it and interpreting it to something else. So if by any means you are offended tonight, please do not be, because you're gonna see more of this. If it was your party tonight that was on the line, hey, it's okay. Come back next time. Another person party will be on the line and stuff like that. D. Curtis is all about fun. I am no position and stuff like that. So I ask you all to forgive me now because the year coming and Corona killing people in Area. So I want for anybody to have something against me and Corona do something. But thanks for watching tonight. I appreciate it. Please go ahead and follow my various channels. It's the same thing everywhere. D.Curtis Comedy. It was a pleasure having me on tonight on Focus on Liberia.
And we are greatly, greatly honored for you to be here. But one last comment I want to read from Das B. Cooper. And this is what it says. Jai and Sia, awesome comedy. Given all that is going on around us, then he's coming to you now. Cummings, thanks for the laughter. He said, however, please talk to your big butt friend, Mona, to leave my Bassa people alone. We did not sell our land for smoked fish. Do you know what the people did to my ancestors when they invaded our land? You want Grand Bassa vote come 2023, right?
Uh-huh. Well, if they want Muna to leave them alone, all they need to do, they get a girl on a little small fish. When they get a girl on a small fish, the girl will keep quiet because the whole thing are hurting the girl. They take a small fish and they receive the small fish from the people there. They sell the land, the girl part of Liberia, and she not get on the land. So you just get a girl one small fish. All the whole thing will talk, it will be over.
It will die.
Yeah, it will die. Get a girl one small fish.
And so we really love it tonight. And I think one thing you will notice to our audience is everything that we've put in the form of comedy is actually, Mr. D. Curtis did a fantastic job that follow the political discussions, and you could see that everything was loaded with facts, even though joke. But these were things that actually happened, and so we're really having fun. I enjoy it.
And I enjoy it is an understatement. But every good thing must come to an end. Join us next time. Keep following us. We'll notify you through a flyer on Facebook when we will be having Jose Yomabwaka here on D Curtis Live. You do not want to miss it. And again, we will let you know. We can close with this song. This song is the song that we'll always close with, so to speak. And that song says, we are all Liberians. What are you? No position or opposition? Mr. Curtis, what's your position, first of all?
A down position.
All right, Mr. Down position or opposition. Folks, we'll catch you next time. The song, we are all Liberians. Bye-bye.
We are Liberians. Liberia is our home. Liberia people. Liberia.